Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna talk wrestling. That's happened this week. I don't really have like a review or nothing. I want to talk about both TNA and SmackDown. I'm also gonna make an announcement that I'm gonna start doing NXT reviews. Um, I did end up watching NXT, but I didn't watch the whole show because I was multitasking as I was doing certain things, eating dinner, getting my lunch ready for school, and yeah, and then I accidentally hit the home button on my phone, and then it made me go back to like something I already saw, and it was like 10:30, so I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to bed." So I went to bed. Um, so I'm gonna just talk about. So yeah, I'm gonna do NXT reviews. I'm gonna watch the past episodes of NXT and then go on from there. And yeah, so let's be good. I heard that Adrian Neville is the new NXT champion. That's cool. I got to see Emma and Paige had to have a real match. I thought they had a good match. So yeah, those were. I actually, and the people make WrestleMania 30 predictions like, and they want AJ Lee to defend the championship against Paige, and are like, and me and my friend Adam are like, who's Paige? So now we know who Paige is. So I'm gonna talk about TNA first, since it came on TV first. Um, I want to talk about whatever comes to my head. I want to talk about how MVP came out. He had Samoa Joe and Magnus come out for the contract signing. He talked about how Samoa Joe's a animal, a flat out animal, and he is going and he belongs in a cage. And these people say Joe's gonna kill you. And then Magnus says, "I'm just a smart champion. I'm calculated. I do what I have to do." So then they both signed the contract, and MVP announced that at Lockdown, it's not going to be Magnus rules match anymore. It's going to be Samoa Joe's rules match, which means the only way you can win this match is by submission, or making someone tap out, which is I think the same thing, or you have to make them pass out. So that obviously is in Joe's favor. So then Samoa Joe attacks Magnus, and he attacks him on the way up. And I'm just gonna say later on in the night, Magnus tries to find someone to take out Joe. He finds Bad Bones, which I don't know if you remember him. He was like doing an interview before Mr. Anderson got attacked by Samuel Shaw. So he faces Bad Bones. Samoa Joe faces Bad Bones. He squashes him. He hits the Muscle Buster and the Weird Naked Choke, or the that's the Weird Naked Choke, and he taps out for the win. And Magnus is all scared. Thought this was fine. I'm gonna talk about Willow. You know, Jeff Hardy's coming as Willow now. I don't buy it. I don't really know if anyone believes that. I think everybody knows this is Jeff Hardy because you can tell by his voice. I was like, is this Jeff Hardy? So I think he should just be Jeff Hardy. It's just like, it would be like taking John Cena and changing his name. Obviously they did that for a little while when John Cena was Mass. It'd also be like taking James Storm and changing his name. Bobby Roode, I guess they've done it. They changed it from Robert Roode to Bobby Roode, but it's technically the same name. Austin Aries, though. I think they should just keep him Jeff Hardy, have him be Jeff Hardy, but maybe they realize that Jeff Hardy's not doing as good as right now as Mike work, but I don't know. I'd rather just have him be Jeff Hardy. Just be Jeff Hardy. Be who you are. That's what I think. And it's not like if it was some like with Husky Harris turning into Bray Wyatt. Husky Harris was a nobody anyways. When he turned into Bray Wyatt, look where he is now. Star. Jeff Hardy's a big superstar. He's over with the crowd, and he's just gonna change it to Willow, who's like this supposed to be this new guy. So so I think that eventually maybe they'll do something with it. So I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Samuel Shaw. It was stupid. He comes out saying, I'm going to protect Christy Hemme. And then like he's saying like he wants like Christy Hemme. He wants to protect her. Mr. Anderson comes out and he says he's going to kick Samuel Shaw's ass. And then he just says something to Christy Hemme. Says he's going to protect her, saying that he says something that offends her, so she slaps him in the face. Shove Christy Hemme into Anderson, and then he chokes him out. It looks like Mr. Anderson's just going to be complete secondary in this feud. It's just going to be pretty much like Mr. Anderson between Christy Hemme and Samuel Shaw. So I don't really know where this is leading to. Then we get what else? Oh, I'm going to talk about I'll talk about the Bobby Roode situation actually a little while you're on. EC3 had a match with Douglas Williams, and Douglas Williams does all the offense until EC3 finally gets the advantage and hits Dean Ambrose's little headlock driver move for the win. So that I thought that was fine, I guess. I thought at least he didn't pick someone that he was gonna like squash easily. I thought he was like nerve pulling him like he did the first time. So thought this was fine. James Storm actually is your turn. I think this is actually the best thing one of the best things in TNA right now. James Storm's a heel now, and he says that he cost Gunner the world title because he took away his opportunity to become world champion when he grabbed that case off the pole, and then you threw me like I was like secondary or something, and you gave me the tag title briefcase, and he says I'm better than the tag title briefcase. I worked for everything. You should have given me your world title briefcase. I'm better than you. I made you what you are today, and it's kind of true. Gunner was nothing. I actually forgot about Gunner before James Storm made him something. So thought this was good stuff. And then Gunner says like, I worked for everything I had. I went to war, and we earned the right to drink beer. And then James Storm's like, nobody cared if you were living or dead. So then Gunner attacks James Storm. They brawl. James Storm tries to hit him with the chair, but Gunner moves out of the way, and James Storm takes off. So then Gunner waits in the exit area where James Storm can exit, because I guess that's the only way you can exit. I'm assuming there's other ways. So James Storm tries to leave, and then Gunner and James Storm brawl. It was a good fight. The only thing I didn't like was right when James Storm got the advantage. That's when everyone started pulling him off. I kind of hated that. So then James Storm kind of like locks himself in a cage, and he says something about like your God's gonna kill you. So now we announced that at Lockdown it's gonna be James Storm versus Gunner inside of a steel cage. I think that's fine. Then we get the Divas match. Well, the Knockouts match. We get the Abdominal Lady or something, and Lady Tapa versus Madison Rain and Velvet Sky. They hyped this as the Beauties versus the Beast. The Beast obviously win. They had Chris Sabin and Gail Kim went inside, so there was a lot of interference, kinda. And Lady Tapa hits her finisher. I think it was like the Samoan drop or something on Madison Rain for the win. They attack the Beauties afterwards, and ODB comes out and makes the save. And that was about it. We announced, though, that Madison Rain's going to defend the Knockouts Championship against Gail Kim inside of a steel cage. I think that's fine. Then I'm going to talk about the Bobby Roode situation, like the Bobby Roode MVP stuff. So Bobby Roode's recruiting people for his team, and he announces that he's going to have so the bromance, which is Jesse Gotto's, Robbie E, and Zima Ion, or DJ Zima, they like to call him. They lost the tag team titles to the American Wolves, Davey Richards, and the other guy, I don't remember his name. I haven't really seen much of him. I know I don't really watch independent scenes because I don't really get them where I am, so that's why I haven't really heard about them. But yeah, they won the TNA World Tag Team titles on a live event. I'm kind of wish they would have done it like on TV so everyone could have seen it, because I kind of wanted to see them win the championships, but whatever. I did hear about it on Facebook, though. I wasn't sure if it's true. I thought it was like they wanted them to be tag team champions. So, Bobby Roode puts them in a match because they want to join his team in the Lethal Lockdown match. So Bobby Roode makes the Bromans versus the American Wolves versus the Bad Influence versus Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. The whole time, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian are dominating the American Wolves. It's really just them versus. It's really Bad Influence versus the American Wolves, and Bad Influence like tease the Bromans because they can't get in the match. So then the American Wolves hit their finisher. I think it was like the knee move that they do, the moonsault knee, but the American Wolves attacked themselves in, so they pinned Bad Influence. I think they did pin Kazarian for the win, so they're in the match. I kind of would have preferred Bad Influence gone in instead, because I think you would have got a better match out of them. So then MVP and Bobby Roode are trying to recruit Austin Aries to join his team. So Austin Aries says, hey, I'll be the special guest referee for your matches tonight, and we'll see where my loyalty lies. So then we got Bobby Roode versus MVP. Good match, I thought. I thought they worked pretty good together. MVP is trying to go for his drive-by kick, and he's about to hit it, and then Austin Aries close. Okay, I think this time it should work. My phone's been doing this time in and time out. So, MVP went for the drive-by kick, and Austin Aries laid him out. Bobby Roode hit the rule bomb, got the win. So this means Austin Aries joined Team Roode, and now it's going to be Bobby Roode, the Bromans, and Austin Aries versus MVP and the American Wolves, and he has to find another partner. Don't know what partner he's going to find. He may find, can't really think of anyone he could find because everyone's kind of busy, like Gunner, James Storm, stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe they'll have somebody return for that. So then, we're gonna. Kurt Angle has his Hall of Fame. This, by the way, I went out of order with this. I forgot about this when I was talking. Kurt Angle makes his Hall of Fame induction. He just kind of says he thanks his family, his friends, all that stuff, like what you would say at a Hall of Fame induction. I don't know if he really got inducted here because I don't think they would do it in a ring. It was kind of awkward. Maybe the induction was real, but then EC3 came out and said Kurt Angle's injured. He showed him like this video package too of like him attacking Angle and talking about how it's real wrestling, and he's like, and you hear like the crowd saying, "This is wrestling." I thought that was funny. So then Ethan Carter III spreads the news that Kurt Angle has torn his ACL and MCL and can't wrestle anymore. So then Kurt Angle says that the fact is false, punches him in the face, and announces that it's going to be him versus EC3 in a steel cage match at Lockdown. Will it be good? I could say yeah, because Kurt Angle can put on a good match against anyone, so it'll be good. As for TNA, I thought it was a pretty good show. Roode versus MVP was good. The triple threat tag team match was good, and trying to think what else was good. And I guess I didn't mind the Kurt Angle stuff. So yeah, Lockdown I guess looks like to be a decent show with the cage matches. Then now I'm gonna get to SmackDown. I'm gonna talk about that. I missed like the first half of it because my sister had to go back and get this bracelet that she desperately needed. So we came back and I watched on my phone. Batista had turned heel. He says that like he doesn't care about the fans. He's here to win the titles, and you're chanting 159 people. Yes, yes, yes. What happened to all the real men? What happened to the Attitude Era? So I guess he's a heel now. Dolph Ziggler comes out and says the real man's right here. You're just a dinosaur. You're an old tool, if you could say. And he challenges Batista to a match, and he accepts, and Dolph Ziggler drop kicks him. So I guess the route they're going to go with is Batista versus Randy Orton. Both men are going to be heel. Not really a fan of that because like it's kind of going to be awkward. Like I'm usually all a fan of heel versus heel matches, but this is going to be kind of awkward because I think Orton should like face like a baby face. I wonder if CM Punk, since Raw is in Chicago and he's going to get a big Punk chant, he'll come back and put himself in the match somehow and make the match interesting. They got to do something. But because it looked like Bryan won't be in the main event, in the title match. So then I missed some of the Real Americans, Jack Swagger and Cesaro with Zeb Coulter versus Mark Henry and Big E. I missed some of that match, but I caught the ending. Cesaro puts Big E into the post, and Swagger has him in the ankle lock, and Cesaro tags himself in, hits the neutralizer on Mark Henry, which was sick, and wins. So and they win. So the Real Americans are showing the dissension, and I did watch the backstage pass. It showed Zeb Coulter was kind of stuttering, so he was kind of nervous that maybe they are breaking up. And by the way, on the panel you had Booker T, Big Show, and Alex Riley. If you guys and Josh Matthews, obviously. It was Josh Matthews. So if you guys are interested, so yeah, we'll see what goes on there. Trying to remember. Then we got Sheamus versus Del Rio because Del Rio I think wanted a match with Batista supposedly that he said. So Del Rio wanted the night off. So then Sheamus comes up and they have a match. Good match. Sheamus has like these tape on his ribs from his injured ribs. Christian comes out during the match and does commentary, so their feud's going to continue. Sheamus has Del Rio in the Texas Cloverleaf, and Christian comes in and attacks him. He fights him off, and then Sheamus blow kicks Del Rio, but then Christian comes in and hits the kill switch on him. So then, I guess they're gonna have a match at Mania. I think Christian should win that match because he needs to make himself look like a good heel. So maybe Christian wins that match. Why not, right? And then what match did we get? We got a match. We got a Divas title match. AJ Lee against Cameron. I didn't care about that. Who cares about AJ Lee and Cameron? All I know is AJ Lee retained. Thank God. Good. Batista versus Dolph Ziggler. They had a good match. I remember Dolph Ziggler had his first match with Batista in his debut when he was Dolph Ziggler. So it was a decent match. Batista wins with the Batista bomb. Like, we didn't see that coming. So I wonder if he's now going to go after Miz, Daniel Bryan, stuff like that. That'll be sick. And maybe Bryan will actually get the victory over Batista. So maybe like when Batista wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, they can have like a feud. I'm trying to remember what else happened. I'm just going to go to the main event. If anything else happened, just comment down below because I don't really know what I missed. Got Bryan and the Usos versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws. I thought Kane and the New Age Outlaws was kind of an awkward tag team pair up, but I think they probably teamed up before in the Attitude Era, so if they haven't, yell at me because I don't know. But yeah, Daniel Bryan, well, what's his name? Billy Gunn hits the Fameasser on Bryan, and he kicks out, and then Bryan hits the flying knee for the win. And then it ends the show, and Bryan gets interviewed afterwards. I thought this was fine. I like this. I think Big Show's was saying Bryan's not getting personal enough with Triple H, so I wonder if he's going to get even more personal with Triple H on Raw this Monday. They didn't talk about Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and stuff, but that's not going to be up on SmackDown, so that's like a Raw thing. I think the reason to watch Raw Monday because is Brock Lesnar and Undertaker, because you're not really going to see that on SmackDown. Maybe Batista and Randy Orton you'll see on SmackDown. Oh, I forgot to mention that I know what I forgot. The Wyatt family talked about the Shield. They were talking about John Cena at first, saying, John Cena's a hero, you don't need to be a hero. Then the Shield came out and they were about to fight the Wyatts, and Triple H made a match against the Wyatts versus the Shield, so then he had the Shield stay down, they didn't do it. Rollins and Reigns dive on Harper and Rowan, and then Bray Wyatt leaves the match. Well, leaves the win, not the match. Yeah, I think they're going to have a stipulation on Raw, unless they don't want to hurt them at Mania, but I think they should have, like, a tornado tag, because I think if you're doing, like, just another regular six-man tag, it'd still be good, but it wouldn't be as good as the first one. I think you need to make this second one better and have a tornado tag. I was thinking maybe a cage match, but I don't see a six-man tag cage match, but you never know. With WWE, it could happen. Or a TLC match, something like that. That's pretty much it for this video. I'm Owen Finch signing off. Peace out. And yeah, on Raw too, I'm looking forward to seeing Brock Lesnar, Undertaker again and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll be back soon tomorrow maybe to make my WrestleMania. I'm going to talk about the first ever WrestleMania. So that's pretty much it, guys. Peace.